So today is Thursday. I will be spending a good part of the day over at the hospital for some testing. But before that, there was some things that we needed to obtain, a few phone calls that we needed to make. So before that, I wanted to just get an audio out of a couple of things. So last night was the budget meeting for the city council. And you go on and it says at the top, to watch it live, go click this button to go over to YouTube. And they had a very short clip of somebody from the water supply board getting an appointment or whatever. And then that was it. So right now, at this point, I think that I've mentioned about my civil rights and things like that. I cannot go down to participate because Frank Milos might be there. So, especially for the budget talks, because he's going to want to make sure that his office gets a lot of fucking money for doing very fucking little. But so I'm not able to participate by going down, but I'm also not able to have it playing on my phone or anything for me to hear what's going on. So, just making mention of that last night's meeting, I was not able to attend and was not able to participate in any way. So, but that's par for the course. A whole bunch of fucking idiots don't know how to do. I mean, they can't even put the video up live. So, anyway, so we did a little toss back and forth last night when we realized that I wasn't able to watch the meeting. We did a little toss back and forth of whether or not I was just going to go down, because if the second part of that doesn't work, and I'm really feeling like, this is a problem. This is a problem. So just so that we can recap here. Maybe they think that if I'm down at City Hall, I'll call Frank's house while Frank's at City Hall in a meeting. I don't know. I don't know what this whole thing is, but we're gonna find out. But anyway, that's the budget talks. And I actually did want to see a couple of the people down there, with the information that I have on Stanky, aka Mark Stankiewicz. So I have that article, and I have some other information about Mark Stankiewicz that I wanted to show someone down there. But can't do that either. So so it's interesting though. So getting back to I'm trying to figure out where to go with this first. So Katie Hilton from Mark DeSisto's office, she's an attorney for Mark DeSisto's office. Now, she's the one that Frank Milos said she's not seasoned, she doesn't know what she's doing. So she had put some information about my son in answers to interrogatories or whatever in another case. And the question was, what was creepy ass Craig Letourneau doing in my son's file? And instead of writing, he was just, fucking off. What they did was she wrote a whole bunch of information from a file that has inaccurate information in it. So at that point, I had, she wrote a whole bunch of other things. I can tell you. She wrote that I send long emails, that I send APRAs, that I was concerned over bikes that were taken from the Pawtucket Police Department and put over at CACD with the evidence tags on them, with the people's names on them and the evidence tags. Something that you would never see. You would never fucking see that anywhere. I think I've mentioned in the past that we had contacted a couple of the people and they wanted their fucking bikes back. But the Pawtucket Police Department would not allow it. And she also had mentioned about how much time I spend on a computer. So, let me address the APRAs, the how much time on the computer, the emails and all that. I had asked Mark DeSisto for, where is she getting this information? How much time I'm spending on a computer? And I guess that's privileged. That's privileged information or something. I don't know. I don't know if they're just like peeking in the windows or if it's just the stalking thing. Probably goes to the stalking thing, which Mark says is not happening, that Craig Letourneau says is happening, and Sean Driscoll saying is happening. So I don't know. Between the testimony and the audio with Sean Driscoll, I think that, it's pretty much a slam dunk, right? Unless Craig Letourneau gets on the stand and lies, and I don't know that he would do that if he actually is an attorney. Why would he fucking lie? Why would he lie on the stand and risk that, right? So, anyway. When Katie Hilton put that shit in that file that it didn't belong into, that's when I had enough. I had enough. I was tired of them using inaccurate information. Number one, putting information out to begin with. But not only putting information that she shouldn't have been putting out there, also the fact that it was inaccurate information. So enough was enough. So I contacted the state medical examiner's office. And it took a month. They had to request all of Joseph's stuff to come out of storage and all the paperwork and anything that they might have had. And they did a deep dive. All their file system, I guess, is, paper files. So the file comes over and they decide they're gonna do a deep dive. They're gonna figure this fuck out. I'm gonna do a part 2 on this.